So I'm quickly going to show you what I like to do personally and how I like to mix the animations. And then I'm going to explain everything step by step in the future lectures. Let's say I want my character to, for example, start walking. Then I want my character to start running, then maybe jump, and then do backflip and do some weird emote. I can do it obviously by manually animating everything, by basically using the same techniques from the previous lectures, but that's going to take a long time. So I'm going to show you how I quickly create this within a few seconds with a few clicks. So what I like to do is hover over this corner and then turn this into a timeline window, shrink down the asset library. I don't need to be that high. So now I don't like the fact that the character only takes like 2 steps and then stops. So what I like to do is I'm going to create another window and then shrink down the timeline and then turn this into the non-linear animation or the NLA editor. And I'm going to teach you all about the NLA editor in the upcoming lectures. So now feel free to sit back, relax, and just watch along and watch how I do animations. So I'm going to select the non-linear animation editor. First, I'm going to select this menu, which I always like to use in the animation menus, which is show only selected. Now I'm going to go out of the pose mode. I don't need the pose mode. Now I'm going to turn this into a strip. So if I turn this into a strip, I get a bunch of options. I can scale it down, make it slower, scale it down, make it faster. But I like to click on N to expand this action menu. I'm also going to turn on screencast keys quickly so you can see what I'm clicking. I'm going to explain everything in the upcoming chapters, so don't worry about them for now. And now I'm going to set this to nothing, scroll down, expand action clip, expand and repeat. Maybe repeat this 2 times, walk 2 times. And now let's say I want my character to start running after this. So first I'm going to change this playback scale to 1. And I want my character to start running here. So I'm going to add another strip on top. But first of all, I need to import an animation, because if I click on Shift A and I try to import a strip, I only have a walk cycle strip. And I'm mixing walk cycle with a walk cycle, which is what I didn't want. So I'm going to go to the animation asset library, search for run cycle. Let's grab, for example, the second one, drag and drop. And now I want to delete it. Now if I delete it, and if I go inside the NLA editor and I press Shift A, Blender already knows that I just imported the run cycle animation, which is over here. So I'm going to click here and then mix this. Now I'm going to set this to nothing because I don't want it to hold the previous animation. So set this to nothing. And now I'm going to mix them. So if I want to mix them, I can use the blend in and blend out, auto blend here, auto blend here. And now the character will start running right after walking. Maybe mix it over here. And let's, first of all, I'm going to expand the end frame to something like 200 for now. Now I'm going to make the run cycle go multiple times. So for that, I need the action clip and I need to repeat, maybe repeat it 3 times. So walking, running, and then I want the character to jump over here. So I'm going to search for the jump animation. I need jump in place, not jump forward. So I'm going to go to all, search for jump. Take the jump animation in place, drag and drop, delete, select this, Shift A, select the clip first of all, click on Shift A, jump. I need to select the strip and then move it down because I already have a space here. So G, Control, move it down, auto blend, nothing, and let's see. We have the characters walking, running, then jumping right away. And then let's say I want to finish it with a backflip. I can search for backflip. Take this, drag and drop this, delete this, take it here, Shift A, backflip, move this down, set this to nothing, and then click on auto blend. Now let's see what we get. So we get the character walking, then we get the character running, the character jumps, and then does a backflip. As you can see, I just did this in a few minutes with no additional extra animation or keyframing required. And that's the power of using an animation library. And that's the power of using the NLA editor. And that's basically the power of combining the two, because you can save so many hours and be so creative and just do so many things with it. You can tell very great stories with this method. And towards the end of the course, once you finish this, you're going to master the NLA editor, master the animation library. And after you finish this course, you're going to be ready to create your own large stories and basically tell as many stories as you want using Minecraft animations. And I think that's a pretty cool fact. So yeah, that's how you mix it. Now, if I was working in Blender 4.5, the workflow is pretty much the same. I just need to right click on the collection and delete hierarchy. And what I mean by that is I showed you previously, I can just drag and drop walk cycle, for example. And then let's say I want to press Alt G because I want this to stay in the world origin. And I'm going to select show only selected, turn this into a strip. Then search for run cycle, and then I'm going to drag and drop the run cycle. But again, if I try to delete it straight away, it's not going to work. So I'm going to drag and drop the run cycle. And once I drag and drop this, right click here, and then press on delete hierarchy. And that's it. I know it's a bit annoying to having to press on delete hierarchy all the time if you want to insert new animations, but if I find a way to fix it, I will let you know in the comments, or I will record a new video about that. So that's how I usually like to mix my animations, by using the NLA editor, using the AutoBlend feature, and all the other stuff that NLA editor has to offer. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lectures.